Now there's a number of things that can cause back pain, but for a lot of people, it's muscular. They feel tight muscles. Their muscles are always tight. They're always trying to stretch them. It's not working. In this video, I'm going to show you why this is and what to do about it. Now this is a little bit oversimplified, but watch this. This is your spine. And what you don't see on this plastic model is all the musculature that moves the spine in different positions. Now, here's the way I want you to think about it. Imagine my hand on this side is a muscle. Imagine I have an equal and opposing muscle on each side of the spine. These would be called your paraspinal muscles or your spinal erector muscles. These are the muscles that hold the spine up. Well, if for some reason you have one muscle that's weak, then all of a sudden this muscle's not doing its job. I've actually kind of let go. I'm not supporting the spine. Well, if that's the case, you can feel it, and you could try this at home. Try to hold up something now with just one hand instead of two. What you're going to find is these side muscles of your paraspinals are holding up the spine, trying to compensate for the weak muscle here. So what happens is, because this muscle is so tight and contracting so hard, what do people want to do? They want to try to massage it. They want to try to stretch this tight muscle. But what really needs to occur is you need to reactivate and wake up the weak muscle. If I can take this muscle and start to get it to support the spine, then what happens to my overly tight, overly tensed muscle on this side? It starts to relax. Now, this is a concept that's very difficult to understand for people, because most people will say, oh, I'm tight. They try to stretch it. Oh, I wish I could get a massage. And you could do those things till the cows come home. It almost never works. It's shocking to most patients when you actually work on sometimes the opposite side or a different area of their body, and all of a sudden those tight muscles go away. This is kind of the unknown territory that most people have a hard time grasping, but it's the underlying reason why most people have chronic muscular tightness, because most muscular tightness is protective. Most muscular tightness is trying to compensate for another muscle that is not working well. Now, it doesn't take long on YouTube or Google to discover that most people's psoas muscles are tight, most people's gluteal muscles are weak. Very often, just by strengthening the gluteal muscles, you can relieve strain on the psoas muscles. This is a common example that most people are familiar with, at least in the musculoskeletal world. But because we get paid more to do massage and stretching than strengthening of those muscles, very often it's overlooked. So what is the solution? Something different than seeing a chiropractor? Well, if you're going to try to fix this yourself, massaging and stretching the tight areas is going to be futile. What you want to do is try to think of the opposing muscles and get those strengthened up. That is the best self-help method that we can do without actually touching someone. Very often there are many techniques, activation techniques, where we can literally wake up the muscles. What you'll very often find is joints that are not moving well along the areas where the muscle is weak. By adjusting those joints, what ends up happening is you can actually wake up those muscles, and that is how you balance the musculoskeletal system.